Ruth Brash. I am a knitting and crochet designer as well as an independent yarn dyer. I am the host of the Coffee, Yarn, and Dinosaurs podcast, and today I have a special book review for you. It is a knitting book review entitled It's Not Me, It's You by Talitha Kuomi. And in the interest of full disclosure, before I get started, Tal did send me this copy of the book with the request that I do a review. She provided me the copy, and I will be giving you my honest opinion. Tal is somebody that I know, and I have admired her work for a while. So just so you know where I stand on that before we get started. This is a great new book of both patterns and poetry. They are all knitting patterns, not crochet, and they use a variety of indie dyed yarns. So just to start off with, I thought it was really cool when I was looking inside the credits to note that there's images in here, very artistic images that Talitha took herself. So I think that's very fascinating. I love to see the artisticness of this book, that it's not just knitting patterns and it's not purely a photography and poetry book. It's a nice mashup of the two, which really plays to my artistic, emotional, it's a very visceral book. And I really like that. So let me open up and show you a little bit of what's inside without giving away too much. So the theme of this is It's Not You, It's Me, breaking up to moving on, one stitch at a time. And I really want to emphasize something cool. She created a Spotify playlist for this book. So you can knit your way through the patterns and listen to the Spotify playlist at the same time, which is really cool. I think that's something new. I don't think I've ever seen a designer create a playlist for a pattern book before. So let's see, patterns to start out with. So she starts off with, let's see, sort of these artistic pages. This gorgeous, this is a gorgeous skirt that I absolutely love, and I really want to make this skirt. It just looks so comfy. I have never knitted a skirt. I've never knitted anything bigger than, this is probably actually the biggest sweater I've knitted, but it looks so comfortable. It looks so comfortable. So there's skirts and sweaters, accessories, fingerless gloves, knitting baskets, comfy socks, a nice big blanket, which I think is great because if you're going through a breakup or if you're going through really anything sad, you sort of just want to snuggle under a blanket and knit. And let's see, sweater, a hat, another sweater. This, look at that. Look at the color work on that. Another little shrug. And I think you can see the artisticness of this, that it's almost a photo essay as she goes through, that it's she's telling a story with the photos and with the knitting patterns. And I think it's very fascinating that there's also a note in the beginning that says, I'm not going to quote her word for word, but that says, this is a book not just about romantic breakups, but also breakups from relationships or, well, friendships, because sometimes you do need to break up with a toxic friendship, or sometimes you need to give yourself space from a family member or a circumstance that is not healthy for you. And sometimes that can feel a lot like going through a breakup. So these are designs to inspire and heal and help you work through that. I think my favorite design in the book is this big, comfy garter stitch dress. And I am not a garter stitch person, those of you who know me, but there's something about this dress that just looks so comfortable and bold at the same time, as if you could be taking a little bit of a risk wearing a bright color knitted dress but not be too risky. Trying something new, starting to heal in a relationship. I like this one. I love all of the street art and the colors behind these photos. I like that they're not just taken against a plain wall, against a white wall, as you see so many patterns be these days. So those are the patterns, and then she starts going through sort of a more traditional knitting pattern, as you would expect, like if you were going to buy a digital pattern download or a book. It's more of a traditional look to it. But part of the reason I'm putting this out today is because Talitha is going to be at Vogue Knitting Live, which is starting this Thursday. She's going to be there all of the days of it, Thursday through Sunday, and she will be both selling this book and signing it. So I highly recommend that you go over and at least look at this book in person, even if you're not the type of person who likes to buy knitting books, because she also sent me the digital copy, and there's something about photos printed out, not just scrolling past them on a screen. But to me, there's really something about looking at this hard copy, being able to hold it in your hands and sit with the words and sit with the images, that is much more impactful than just scrolling past them quickly on a screen. Because when I had the PDF on my phone and I was looking at it, I definitely scrolled past the pictures and the words much faster than I looked past the pictures and the words in here. When it was on a phone, I went very quickly through the glamour shots because I figured they were just glamour shots. But when I read the words that she wrote with them, it makes the designs much more meaningful. So, let's see. So here's the beginning part of the introduction that I want to read to you. Breakups are about more than romantic entanglements. Best friends, business partners, family members, carpool buddies. Relationships of all kinds break. And when a person leaves, even if that person is you, they often take unfulfilled hopes and dreams with them. It isn't pretty, but it really can't be helped. Breaking up is hard. You're left with all these empty spaces, both realistically and figuratively, where these relationships used to be. Then there's the fact that the time it takes to heal can be so endless. There are no hard and fast rules about how long or even exactly how you get over someone. No calendar says how many weeks until your new normal starts to feel a bit like real normal at all. An awful lot of pieces of an awful lot of things sort of get stuck being murky and gray. On top of that is the sadness and often some anger, along with the emptiness, its ironic partner, the incessant rehashing of things in your head, or at least that's the way it goes for me. Do you see what I mean? If you take the time and sit with it, there is a depth and an emotion and a feeling to this book that I can tell you she's speaking from experience. And that this is Talitha putting a piece of her heart into print and really laying it bare for all of us to see. So I would encourage you, if you want to see something real with beautiful knitting patterns in it, check out this book. It is absolutely worth it. And even though I have not knit the patterns from it yet, it is a book that I find myself putting out on the table so I can just look at the images and flip through it and reading and rereading the poetry and what she's written, because it's very raw and very beautiful and I love it. So thank you for taking the time to check out this book review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have other authors or other designers whose works you would like me to review, please feel free to drop me a comment in the box below. If you liked what you saw go ahead and give it a thumbs up because that just bumps it up for other people to see it on YouTube. And if you would like to be notified when I put out more videos, you can subscribe to the channel and turn on the little notification bell, and that'll just give you a notification whenever I put up a new video. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.